Excuse me, do you need help finding something?
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm trying to locate the psychology department building. I'm a bit lost, I guess.
You're in luck. I'm heading that way myself. I can show you where it is. I'm Alex, by the way.
I'm Emily. Nice to meet you, Alex. That would be really helpful, thank you.
So, are you new here?
Yes, I just started this semester. I'm studying psychology.
Interesting. I'm in my second year of business studies. How do you find the campus so far?
It's quite big, but beautiful. I'm still getting used to finding my way around.
Yeah, it takes a little time, but you'll get the hang of it. What brings you to psychology?
I've always been fascinated by human behavior and thought processes. What about you? Why business?
I've always been interested in entrepreneurship and management. It seemed like the right fit.
Sounds like you have a plan.
I try too. Do you participate in any campus activities?
Not yet, but I'm thinking of joining the music club. I play the piano.
That's cool. I play soccer with the university team. You should come to our game sometime.
I'd like that. It's always good to support fellow students.
Here we are, the psychology department.
Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate the help.
No problem, Emily. If you need anything else, feel free to ask. Maybe I'll see you around?
Definitely. Thanks again, and good luck with your classes.
You too, Emily. Have a great day.
You too. And if you're free later, maybe we could grab a coffee. There's a nice cafe on campus.
Sure, that sounds great. How about 4 p.m.?
Perfect. Let's meet at the cafe near the main library.
I know the one. See you there, Emily.
See you, Alex. Hey, Alex.
Hi, Emily. It's nice to see you outside the library for a change.
Definitely. It's good to take a break from the books sometimes. How's your week been?
Pretty busy with classes and the soccer team practice. But I can't complain. What about you?
Same here, lots of reading and a couple of assignments due. But I'm managing. So, how are you finding your courses?
Interesting, but challenging. Business studies are more intense than I expected. And your psychology classes?
Fascinating as always, especially the cultural psychology module. It's intriguing to see how different cultures influence behavior.
Sounds like it complements our conversation about cross-cultural communication.
Exactly. Speaking of which, have you experienced any cultural barriers here?
A few, mostly around language nuances. But I'm learning to navigate through them. The soccer team helps. It's like a mini international community.
That's great to hear. Sports can be a universal language in a way.
True. How about you? Any exciting plans this semester?
I'm actually thinking of joining the music club. I want to do more with my piano skills.
That sounds awesome. Maybe I could come and watch you play sometime?
I'd like that. It's always good to have a familiar face in the audience.
This cafe has so many choices. What's good here?
The chai latte is my go-to. And their sandwiches are delicious.
Sounds good. I think I'll try that.
Good choice. So, tell me more about Brazil. What do you miss the most?
Definitely the food and the lively atmosphere. But I'm creating new experiences here, like this one. So, Emily, what do you like to do when you're not buried in psychology books or playing the piano?
I enjoy exploring the city, actually. There's always something new to see or do. And when the weather's nice, I love going for long walks in the park.
That sounds lovely. I haven't explored much yet, being caught up with classes and soccer. Maybe you could show me around sometime?
I'd love to. There's a great art gallery downtown that you might find interesting.
Art gallery. Huh? That's not usually my scene. But I'm open to new experiences.
That's the spirit. Who knows, you might discover a hidden love for art.
Anything's possible. Speaking of new experiences, how's the music club coming along?
I've only been to a couple of meetings so far, but it's exciting. There are so many talented people there. It's inspiring.
Sounds like a great way to connect with other musicians.
It is. And speaking of connecting, how are you finding the social scene on campus?
It's pretty good. I've met a lot of people through the soccer team, and my classmates are nice. It's different from back home, but I'm getting used to it.
I'm glad to hear that. It's important to find your community, especially when you're far from home.
Absolutely. And it's conversations like these that make me feel more at home.
I'm glad I can contribute to that feeling.
I should probably head back soon. I have an early class tomorrow and a paper to finish tonight.
Sounds like a full schedule. Let me know if you ever need a break. We can grab coffee again or take that city tour.
I'll take you up on that. Thanks, Emily. It was great catching up.
Likewise, Alex. Good luck with your paper, and see you around campus.
Definitely. Have a good evening, Emily.
Who is Emily?
Hello, my name is Emily, and I am from France. I currently study psychology at university. I find psychology very interesting because it helps me understand how people think and behave. In my free time, I love to read different kinds of books. Reading is my favorite hobby because it allows me to learn new things and explore different worlds. I also play the piano. I have been playing the piano since I was a child. I enjoy playing classical music the most. It makes me feel happy and relaxed. I like to spend time practicing new pieces on the piano. In addition to my studies and hobbies, I enjoy meeting new people and making friends. I believe that understanding people is important, and it helps me in my psychology studies. I am always eager to learn more about psychology, music, and different cultures.
Who is Alex?
Hello, my name is Alex, and I am a student from Brazil. This year, I have started studying business in France. It is a new and exciting experience for me. I have always been interested in business, and I look forward to learning more about it. In Brazil, I grew up playing soccer. It is a big part of my life. I play soccer here in France too. It helps me stay active and meet new friends. Besides soccer, I have two other hobbies, reading and listening to music. I enjoy reading because it allows me to learn about different subjects and relax. Music is also important to me. I listen to many kinds of music, but I especially like Brazilian music. It reminds me of home. Living in France is different from Brazil, but I like it here. I am learning a lot and enjoying the new experiences. I hope to become successful in business and use what I learned to make a difference. Additionally, I am exploring the French culture and language. I find it interesting to learn about the customs and traditions here. Every weekend, I try to visit different places in France. It's a beautiful country with a lot of history. I also attend language classes to improve my French. Communicating with locals in their language is important to me. At my university, I am part of a soccer club. We play matches against other teams. It's a great way to stay connected to my love for soccer while being far from home. I also join group discussions in my business classes. These discussions help me understand different perspectives and improve my communication skills. My goal is to combine my passion for business with my love for sports. Maybe one day, I will manage a sports team or start a business related to sports. For now, I am focused on my studies and enjoying my life in France. I am excited to see where this journey takes me.
The daily routine of Emily.
Every morning, Emily wakes up at 7 o'clock a.m. She gets out of bed and brushes her teeth. Then, she has breakfast. She usually eats toast and drinks coffee. After breakfast, Emily goes to her university classes. She studies psychology. Her classes start at 9 o'clock a.m. and end at 1 o'clock p.m. After classes, Emily has lunch. She often eats a sandwich or a salad. In the afternoon, she goes to the library to study. She reads her textbooks and writes notes. Emily enjoys learning about psychology. Sometimes, she meets her friends in the library. They study together. In the evening, Emily goes home. She relaxes for a while. She likes to play the piano. Playing the piano makes her happy. She plays for about 1 hour. Then, she has dinner. After dinner, Emily reads a book or watches a little TV. She enjoys reading novels. Before going to bed, Emily prepares for the next day. She organizes her notes and checks her schedule. She goes to bed at 10:30 p.m. She sleeps well and gets ready for the next day. Every night, before Emily sleeps, she follows a small routine. She brushes her teeth and washes her face. Then, she spends a few minutes writing in her journal. She writes about her day and her feelings. This helps her relax and clear her mind. Sometimes, she also plans her tasks for the next day in her journal. After writing in her journal, Emily spends a little time meditating. Meditation helps her calm her mind and sleep better. She sits quietly and focuses on her breathing. This is an important part of her day because it helps her stay peaceful and focused. Finally, Emily checks her alarm to make sure it is set for the next morning. She turns off the lights and goes to sleep. She likes to sleep in a quiet and dark room. Sleeping well is important for her because it helps her stay alert and energetic for her classes and studies. Emily's days are full of activities, but she enjoys her routine. It helps her balance her studies, hobbies, and relaxation. She believes that a good routine makes her more productive and happy.
The daily routine of Alex.
Every morning, Alex wakes up at 6:30 a.m. He starts his day with a morning run. Running helps him stay fit and energized. After his run, he takes a shower. Then, he has breakfast. He usually eats fruits and drinks a cup of coffee. After breakfast, Alex goes to his business classes. His first class begins at 8 o'clock a.m. He enjoys learning about business and participates actively in his classes. His classes usually end by 12 o'clock p.m. After classes, Alex has lunch with his friends at the university cafeteria. They often have sandwiches or salads. In the afternoon, Alex spends time studying. He goes to the library to read and work on assignments. He also meets his study group to discuss class projects. They work together for a few hours. Alex finds these group meetings very helpful. In the evening, Alex plays soccer with his friends. They meet at a nearby field around 6 o'clock p.m. Soccer is his favorite hobby, and he never misses a chance to play. After playing soccer, he goes home to have dinner. He likes to cook simple meals for himself. After dinner, Alex relaxes. He listens to music or reads a book. He enjoys Brazilian music and reading about business and leadership. Before going to bed, Alex plans his activities for the next day. He checks his calendar and prepares his things. Alex goes to bed around 11 o'clock p.m. He makes sure he gets enough sleep to be ready for the next day. A good night's sleep is important for his busy schedule. Before sleeping, Alex has a few more things he does every night. He takes some time to call or message his family in Brazil. He likes to stay connected with them. They talk about their day and share news. This makes him feel close to home even though he is far away. After talking to his family, Alex spends a little time organizing his study materials. He reviews his notes from the day and organizes them so that everything is ready for the next day. He believes staying organized helps him be more efficient in his studies. Then, Alex does some light reading. He usually reads for about 30 minutes. He prefers books on business strategies or inspirational stories. Reading helps him wind down and relax before bed. Finally, Alex sets his alarm for the next morning. He makes sure everything is in place for a smooth start the next day. He turns off the lights and goes to bed. He likes to sleep in a quiet room and makes sure his phone is on silent mode. Alex's routine is a balance of studies, sports, and personal time. He believes that this balance is key to his happiness and success in his new life in France. He sleeps well, knowing he has made the most of his day.
The daily I charge my laptop every night to prepare for the next day. She arranges her study schedule at the beginning of each week. He reads the newspaper every morning to stay informed. We clean our house thoroughly every weekend. They collect their children from school each afternoon. I use a planner to keep track of my appointments and tasks. She refills her water bottle several times a day. He prefers to cook his own meals rather than eating out. We go for a long drive to unwind on Sundays. They attend a local book club meeting every month. I check the weather report before planning outdoor activities. She spends time crafting as a way to relax. He updates his blog with new posts weekly. We have a standing coffee date with colleagues every Wednesday. They dedicate an hour each evening to learning a new language. I organize my digital files to keep my computer running smoothly. She visits the dentist for a checkup twice a year. He makes a grocery run every Thursday evening. We schedule regular video calls with distant family members. They explore new cafes in the city on the weekends. I spend a few minutes each morning planning my day. She volunteers at the local library on her free days. He enjoys birdwatching at the nearby park. We work on a family puzzle together on rainy days. They research and invest in stocks as a hobby. I send thank you notes after receiving gifts or favors. She attends a spinning class at her gym. He makes sure to get 8 hours of sleep each night. We visit the farmer's market for fresh produce. They play a musical instrument as part of their daily routine. I take a brisk walk during my lunch break. She spends time gardening on sunny days. He practices mindfulness to start his day positively. We plan a movie night every other Saturday. They keep up with their favorite authors and new book releases. I indulge in a hobby to distress after work. She checks her houseplants and waters them as needed. He ensures to have a balanced diet every day. We contribute to a family savings plan each month. They brainstorm and work on creative projects. I keep my phone on silent mode during work hours. She sketches and paints in her free time. He follows a strict schedule to balance work and personal life. We play board games with friends as a weekend activity. They attend local cultural events and festivals. I dedicate time to personal development through reading and courses. She practices her presentation skills for upcoming meetings. He makes a to-do list for household chores. We enjoy trying new recipes in our home kitchen. They plan their travel itineraries meticulously for upcoming trips. I participate in online communities related to my interests. She orders online for items not available locally. He dedicates time to mentoring younger colleagues. We take care of our health with regular medical check-ups. They keep in touch with old friends through social media. I explore new areas of my city during my leisure time. She invests time in skincare and wellness routines. He stays updated on the latest technology and gadgets. We practice energy-saving habits at home. They nurture their relationships with regular date nights. I wake up early every morning. She eats breakfast before leaving for work. He goes to the gym regularly. We check our emails first thing in the morning. They take the bus to school. I drink coffee to start my day. She reads the newspaper during breakfast. He brushes his teeth after eating. We get dressed for work or school. They make their beds before leaving the room. I leave home by 8 o'clock a.m. She listens to music on her commute. He walks the dog before work. We arrive at work by 9 o'clock a.m. They start their workday with a team meeting. I always plan my day with a to-do list. She spends her day in meetings and working on projects. He has lunch at noon. We often eat out on Fridays. They return home in the evening. I study for a few hours after dinner. She cooks dinner most nights. He watches the news every evening. We walk in the park after work. They call their family members every Sunday. I clean my room on weekends. She shops for groceries every Saturday. He finishes his work by 6 o'clock p.m. We go to bed around 11 o'clock p.m. They read books before sleeping. I always lock the door before I leave the house. She takes her coffee with milk and sugar. He calls his parents every weekend. We organize our work schedule every Monday. They play basketball on Wednesday afternoons. I prefer to take notes during meetings. She studies at the library for better concentration. He usually eats a light lunch. We meet friends for dinner occasionally. They volunteer at the local shelter on Saturdays. I visit my grandparents once a month. She buys fresh produce from the market. He starts his day with a healthy breakfast. We plan our family vacation in advance. They watch educational documentaries frequently. I spend my evenings reading novels. She practices yoga to relax. He checks his bank account regularly. We attend a language course every Tuesday. They prefer to walk rather than drive for short distances. I often browse the internet for news updates. She arranges her clothes for the next day every night. He cleans his car every weekend. We prepare our lunch to take to work. They discuss current events over coffee. I change the bed sheets every week. She waters the garden in the early morning. He charges his phone overnight. We recycle our waste to help the environment. They enjoy hiking in the nearby hills. I make time for meditation every morning. She attends dance classes twice a week. He reviews his to-do list before starting work. We have a family game night every Friday. They send emails as part of their daily work routine. I maintain a diary to jot down my thoughts. She takes her dog for a walk twice a day. He spends his free time working on his hobbies. We buy our favorite snacks for movie nights. They go to the gym in the evening. I check social media for updates regularly. She listens to podcasts during her commute. He schedules doctor's appointments when necessary. We plan our grocery shopping list every week. They learn new recipes and cook together. I take care of my houseplants. She arranges playdates for her children. He sets aside time for personal projects. We watch our favorite sports team play. They participate in community events. I keep my workspace tidy and organized. She follows a skincare routine every night. He updates his resume and LinkedIn profile. We check the mailbox for letters and packages. They learn about different cultures and traditions. I engage in online forums on topics of interest. She uses a map app for directions when traveling. He listens to music while working out. We share our experiences through blogging. They have a nightcap before going to bed. I study for 2 hours every night. She attends the economics class in the morning. He always carries a dictionary to improve his vocabulary. We submit our assignments through the online portal. They review their lecture notes before the class starts. She joins study groups to prepare for exams. I borrow books from the campus library every week. He prefers to sit in the front row during lectures. We participate in class discussions to understand the topics better. They often ask the professor for clarification after the lecture. She uses online resources to research her thesis topic. I print out the lecture slides for better note-taking. He plans his study schedule at the beginning of the week. We use mind maps to organize our ideas for the term paper. They go to the language lab to practice speaking. She arranges her notes in chronological order. I update my vocabulary list with new words every day. He meets his project team in the library on weekends. We organize our study materials at the end of each day. They start every study session with a review of the previous lesson. She often highlights important points in her textbooks. I set goals for each study session. He clarifies assignment requirements with his classmates. We record our lectures to listen to them again later. They make summaries of each chapter they read. She schedules her study breaks to stay focused. I check the university website for academic announcements. He looks for internships related to his field of study. We collect past exam papers for practice. They arrange group discussions online.
She practices her pronunciation with language apps. I make sure to review the syllabus for each course. He keeps track of his grades throughout the semester. We consult with our lecturers during office hours. They use academic journals for their research papers. She takes part in extracurricular activities to broaden her skills. I recharge my student ID card for printing and photocopying. He updates his planner with deadlines and exam dates. We check out laptops from the library for coursework. They attend workshops to enhance their academic writing. She uses highlighters to mark key concepts in her readings. I allocate time for each subject I study. He joins academic clubs to network with other students.
We seek feedback on our essays before final submission. They apply for scholarships and financial aid. She finds quiet spots around campus to read. I discuss lecture topics with my roommate for better understanding. He uses cloud storage to back up his academic files. We engage with our professors about current research in the field. They share academic articles with each other for insight. She organizes her class materials by subject and date. I ensure to participate in at least one group study session per week. He uses online forums to exchange study tips with fellow students. We contribute to class by sharing relevant articles and resources. They regularly update their resumes with new experiences and skills. She uses a planner to track her daily tasks and appointments. I make flashcards for my foreign language vocabulary. He follows a strict time management plan during exam periods. We take advantage of the free tutoring services on campus. They use educational podcasts as a supplementary learning tool.
She reviews her classwork with a study partner every Thursday. I attend every tutorial session to ensure I'm on track. He uses mnemonic devices to remember complex information. We work on our collaborative projects using shared documents online. They volunteer to lead study sessions in their strongest subjects. She regularly attends career counseling sessions at the university. I recharge mentally with a short walk after long study sessions. He checks the course outline to prepare for upcoming topics. We seek out older students for mentorship and guidance. They take detailed notes to help recall lecture details. She sets aside time each week to work on her dissertation. I use a study app to keep track of my progress on assignments. He looks up scholarly articles to support his research findings. We discuss our career aspirations and share advice. They exchange class notes to cover any missed information. She proofreads her essays multiple times before submission. I familiarize myself with the library's catalog to find resources quickly. He joins academic competitions to challenge himself. We use citation tools to properly reference our academic papers. They stay updated with campus events through the Student Union. She uses color-coded folders to differentiate her subjects. I engage in peer teaching activities to reinforce my knowledge. He starts every assignment by outlining the main points. We meet with our study group in the common room regularly. They subscribe to academic magazines in their field. She prefers to do her readings in the early morning. I visit academic conferences to network and learn from experts. He uses diagramming to understand complex processes. We proofread each other's work for a fresh perspective. They maintain a healthy balance between academics and social life.
She uses online databases to access up-to-date research. I create a timetable to evenly distribute study hours among subjects. He uses a voice recorder to capture his thoughts for writing assignments. We give presentations to enhance our public speaking skills. They use online platforms to collaborate on group projects from home. She keeps a list of questions to ask during lectures. I make sure to keep my study area organized and distraction-free. He uses a whiteboard to visualize and map out concepts. We share our study strategies to learn from each other. They participate in language exchange programs to improve their English. She uses stress management techniques to stay calm during exams. I follow a structured revision plan for comprehensive exam preparation. He attends language practice clubs to enhance his conversation skills. We use historical documentaries to supplement our history classes. They use online study aids to practice for standardized tests. She stays in touch with classmates through a study group chat. I attend alumni networking events to build professional connections. He listens to classical music to maintain focus while studying. We keep up with current events to enhance our understanding of our subjects. They decorate their dorm with educational posters and reminders. She uses a fitness app to ensure she stays active despite a busy schedule. I watch educational YouTube channels to get different perspectives on a topic. He regularly cleans his study space for a better learning environment. We use role-playing to practice real-world scenarios in our field. They prepare for the job market by attending resume building workshops. She uses a habit tracking app to maintain good study habits. I make sure to get enough sleep to be alert for morning classes. He uses online calendars to keep track of academic and personal events. We use debate as a technique to explore various viewpoints on a topic. They study in different locations to find the best spot for concentration.
She uses grammar checking software to polish her written assignments. I break up my study sessions into manageable chunks for better retention. He uses educational games to make learning more engaging. We create a study playlist to help us focus on our work. They connect with international students to expand their cultural awareness. She maintains a journal to reflect on her learning experiences. I ensure to hydrate and eat well to keep my energy up while studying. He uses online resources to practice math problems. We use concept maps to connect ideas in complex subjects. They attend startup incubator sessions to bring their business ideas to life. She practices coding by contributing to open source projects. I use art as a way to unwind and distress from academic pressures. He uses historical simulations to better understand past events. We volunteer for community service to gain practical experience. They develop a portfolio to showcase their work and projects. She uses online workshops to improve her technical skills. I use mnemonic devices to memorize historical dates and facts. He studies astronomy by watching the night sky and using stargazing apps. We use peer review to get constructive feedback on our work. They explore different cultures through international film series. She uses online tools to simulate experiments and lab work. I attend book clubs to discuss literature and enhance my critical thinking. He practices his foreign language skills by speaking with native speakers online. We participate in intramural sports to stay active and meet new people. They explore various career paths through virtual job shadowing. She sets up study dates to combine socializing with study time. I attend entrepreneurship talks to inspire my business ideas. He uses nature sounds to create a relaxing study environment. We create a group blog to document our learning journey. They use a digital sketchpad for visual note-taking.
She registers for online courses to supplement her major studies. I make to-do lists every morning to prioritize my tasks. He participates in student government to improve campus life. We exchange class notes with classmates to ensure we didn't miss anything. They attend poetry readings to immerse themselves in the literary scene. She uses online labs to conduct science experiments virtually. I volunteer as a note-taker for students who cannot attend lectures. He uses a digital planner to manage his study sessions and deadlines. We organize cultural exchange events to celebrate diversity. They start a study-related podcast to discuss new discoveries. She reads industry-specific publications to stay informed about her field. I use a standing desk to avoid sitting for too long while studying. He attends thesis defense sessions to prepare for his own. We discuss philosophical theories to broaden our understanding. They host film nights to analyze cinematic techniques for their media studies. She maintains a LinkedIn profile to network with professionals. I use noise-canceling headphones to block out distractions. He reviews his professor's research to prepare for advanced classes. We contribute to the university's student-run newspaper. They practice data analysis using real-world datasets. She organizes her course files digitally for easy access. I connect with study buddies through a university app. He practices graphic design by creating posters for campus events. We use educational simulations to understand complex systems. They participate in science fairs to showcase their research. She uses a time-tracking app to analyze her study habits. I explore different writing styles to improve my creative essays. He engages with visiting lecturers to gain deeper insights. We use a fitness tracker to ensure we stay active during exam season. They study at coffee shops for a change of scenery.
She uses a tablet to digitally annotate her reading materials. I decorate my study space with motivational quotes. He records his lab experiments to review the procedures later. We use cloud-based storage for easy access to our group project files. They compile a list of resources for students in their major. She attends coding boot camps to enhance her programming skills. I join online challenges to improve my productivity. He creates video tutorials to help others in his study group. We use a financial planning app to budget our expenses. They collaborate with students from other universities on research projects. She uses a digital whiteboard for brainstorming sessions. I review each day's learning before going to sleep. He watches documentaries related to his field of study for broader context. We participate in mock interviews to prepare for job applications. They attend language immersion weekends to practice speaking fluently. She teaches younger students as a tutor for community service. I arrange my workspace to minimize distractions and increase productivity. He leads a study session in the dorm lounge every Wednesday. We celebrate the end of exams with a group outing. They reflect on their academic progress by writing in a journal. She coordinates with classmates to share rides to off-campus events. I check the lost and found when I misplace my textbooks. He sets up a carpool schedule to save on transportation costs. We use a group chat to keep our class informed about assignment deadlines. They take turns leading the weekly study session for biology class. She updates her personal blog with reflections on her student life. I arrange my class schedule to have Fridays off for personal projects. He uses online archives for historical research. We create an online portfolio to display our academic work. They organize a clothing swap to promote sustainability on campus.
She practices solving problems. I maintain a balance between study and leisure. He keeps track of his academic progress. We explore various study resources. They collaborate on scientific experiments. She engages in creative writing. I attend online courses to supplement my learning. He shares study tips with friends. We work on improving our language skills. They participate in student exchange programs. She appreciates diverse perspectives in class. I visit the campus bookstore for supplies. He finds mathematics challenging but interesting. We use the computer lab for research. They create study plans for exam preparation. She attends guest lectures for additional learning. I stay informed about university news. He finds history fascinating. We respect our professors and peers. They use the university's e-learning platforms. She analyzes data for her thesis. I engage in critical thinking exercises. He often stays late in the lab. We share study notes with each other. They appreciate different cultures on campus. She attends language practice sessions. I maintain a good attendance record. He values feedback on his work. We explore different topics in our major.
She applies theories to practical situations. I update my calendar with important dates. He manages his time efficiently. We discuss various topics in our study group. They volunteer for university events. She accesses online journals for research. I submit my assignments on time. He checks his emails every morning. We prepare for quizzes together. They brainstorm ideas for projects. She sets goals for each semester. I borrow books from the library. He prefers individual study over group work. We follow the professor's instructions. They make presentations in class. She organizes her study materials. I focus on my major subjects. He explores different learning methods. We engage in academic discussions. They seek guidance from tutors. She understands complex concepts easily. I work on improving my grades. He finds the lab sessions interesting. We contribute to class discussions. They attend career fairs. She follows the latest developments in her field. I use study apps to stay organized. He enjoys learning new things. We meet with our academic advisor. They compile their research findings.
I attend classes in the morning. She studies biology at the university. He writes his notes neatly. We read a lot of books for our course. They discuss the lecture topics after class. She often asks questions in class. I do my homework every evening. He goes to the library to study. We participate in group projects. They research their subjects online. She explains the topic very clearly. I listen to lectures online. He works part-time at a local cafe. We take notes during the presentation. They enjoy studying together. She practices her speech for class. I meet my friends in the cafeteria. He usually arrives early to class. We choose our subjects at the start of the semester. They use the university's resources for their projects. She prefers morning classes. I review my notes before exams. He attends workshops to improve his skills. We participate in seminars regularly. They study foreign languages. She plans her schedule carefully. I use the university's gym after classes. He often participates in extracurricular activities. We buy our textbooks online. They explore different career options.